well. Both need to get into the top 2 to have a decent chance.
Yep, it is absolutely desperate situations for both these teams at making this major. Any mistakes here, and their journey in pretty much the RLCSX will be over. But Matane, what a great start for Galaxy Racer.
The perfect start as well as from Bluey with the pass. Tox to just completely whiff on their hit. Maybe thought the Yukio or called Yukio onto it because he did deliberately boost away from that ball. But I think it might have just run away from him after bouncing off the ceiling. And that's a good start, isn't it?
It is a lovely start. You can't ask for too much more than that. Just to set yourselves into the series. A long old best of 7 awaits. A winding and long journey this series is going to be. But Ixo, he's got quality to get past his former team. He's already set up Yukio on that one. And I've been so impressed with Aether. Whenever I've seen them play, they look like they are capable of taking the fight to anybody. And last time these guys played, they did beat them. They beat them in the 5th game. And it was in their first match in the RLCSX. So good signs for them. And that equalizer from Ixo, even better.
It's a runaway goal as well for Ixo, getting that goal against his former teammates as he sends it long down the line onto the back goal. And it was Bluey who ended up replacing him as well. And we asked questions, Cole, at the time of what upgrade does Bluey have over Ixo? And I still maintain those players are 2 very similar players. They are both English lads, both young, and both are very mechanical. And yet it does seem like Galaxy Racer seem to believe in Bluey in a way that a few of us took a little bit of convincing to get to.
Sometimes it just clicks and results start to fall for you. Whether or not that's happening quite yet with Bluey remains to be seen, but they have had some decent ones recently. That overtime Game 5 win against Dignitas, absolutely astounding yesterday. But it doesn't matter what happened yesterday when Yukio is queuing up to score for Aether.
It was a fantastic pass from Tox to get it rolling off that side wall. And despite the fact that RG did manage to get a touch to it, Ixo, very well positioned, can tap it bottom corner. And already 3 goals in just over a minute. Looking like offense is certainly the way both of these teams are going. But Tox with another slightly odd touch, how he has to use a lot of boost to get back into the play there.
He does, but he'll get back eventually. Up against Mitane, it goes to the side. And Ixo is racing up against Arju. So many mechanical players on this pitch right now. Let's bear the question why Bluey was deemed necessary to bring in when they're all capable of such magic. But you can never have too much aerial play when you are Galaxy Racer. That's a touch from Mitane towards Ixo. Over the top it goes. Here is Bluey now, proving what he can do every time he touches the ball. And he's landed on his teammate as well, so Tox has got a chance to make a pass. But Bluey closed it down well.
Send from Matane down that left wing, but Ixo will be there to meet it, and so Arju in the back line will have to attempt to get a touch. Leaves it to Yukio as Tox finds his Austrian teammate, but Bluey in the way to clear it past that offense. As Ixo works his way into this blue half, it keeps being found out. Yukio, though, now chance for a shot. Very weak. Matane, with a touch on the goal line, can now clear it away.
Here he goes again. Matane with another touch over the top towards the orange goal, but Ixo was there to save the day, and now he's coming forward again. Could it be another counter-attack goal for Aether? Yes, it can. There's been 4 goals. None of them have been really that difficult for the respective scorers.
It's been a tap round the second man, and then the third man is nowhere to be found. Look, Matane could not even convincingly get back for that if he had another half second maybe, but that's unbelievable. That's another open net left at the back, and Galaxy Racer taking full advantage. So Aether, rather. Yeah.
Galaxy Racer's looking a little bit keen at the moment. I think they wanted to make a statement early doors after losing to this team the last time they did play. And you can see why. You know, they are on a bit of a run at the moment.
Yukio ball.
Yeah, he's going for a ride there as Yukio. That looks pretty fun. But he managed to style his way out of it. And Arju just scores again. 5th goal. Scored. It's Arju. He scored.
Finally, a good goal, though. Getting that early flip, gets the 50-50 underneath Tox and over the final defender, and it goes top corner. All 2s and 3s on the top scoreboard. And it has just been goal, weird goal, goal.
Dunk. What's next?
Kickoff.
Yeah, that was a hit of ball in corner. Here's Arju again trying to double up nice and quick up against Tox. Towards the backboard it goes. Matane could double down on the damage towards Aether in a second, but his touch was a little bit floaty, and Ixo sends it long, then searches for Bluey, but Bluey is up quickly to set up Mitane, and then he gets it back as well. Good transition there from Galaxy Racer, but it leads to no goals.
Fantastic play out of defense there, where you had to just try and find a teammate if you're on the Galaxy Racer side. Manages to do so, and they get a decent shot off as well. Bluey showing off that 1v1 prowess. The 6th goal of this game finds the back of the net, and it has just been retaliating punches for either side.
Yeah, Ixo and Yukio as well, taken completely out of it with that first touch. The third man was Tox, and Bluey gets it past him as well. It's actually a really nice, neat and tidy dribble play there from Bluey, meaning that all Galaxy Racer players have scored in just over the first half of the first game.
And we do approach the final 90 seconds, and if the previous 3.5 minutes anything's go by, we'll see a couple of more goals. There may well be the first one, but Ixo will be hitting it off the crossbar, and Bluey, his Galaxy Racer counterpart, will be taking it away. Tox clears it long with the pre-flip as well, goes low, has the flip too, pitched it off the floor. Good mechanical ability there shown by Tox. Will be found by Yukio, but cleared by the Galaxy Racer defense.
I feel like with that miss, perhaps the spell is broken of goal after goal, and maybe we'll see 70 seconds or so without the net bulging. But Ixo's trying to change that. He finds Tox. Arju stays up tall. Yukio into the corner, gets the second touch as well. Yukio is in fine form at the moment, finishing as well as he ever has and looking great in an Octane with a colour that I don't really approve of, the brown. Not a fan of it.
Yukio, the touch onto the backboard, but Bluey is well wise to those tricks, and so will clear it away. With the 100 boost in his pocket as well, gives a decent chance for the defense to form. Tox trying to get it back behind Matane, isn't able to get it powerfully enough, and so Yukio has to be called into action. And that right wing now, Bluey with a touch high, tries to fake it low. Final 30 seconds, Matane continues his attack.
So we'll save this one though, still honours even, but that one's gone behind Arju. He's going to have to go back and build up to something, but this is what he loves to do when he has boost, taking the ball from one side to the other, trying to get these dunks that led to a goal earlier, but this time it just leads to a Yukio counter-attack, which asks the question of Matane. Towards the backboard goes Tox, and Arju clears it. This one seems to be winding away, especially if Yukio does read this one as well as we all expect. Overtime looming, Stumpy.
And Ixo, though, will want to cut out in regulation. Touch onto the backboard, well defended by Arju. He can send it sealing skimmingly far. Matane then back onto his own backboard, allows Arju to come in off that right wall. Ixo will be lurking. Sees a Tox is central. But with the touchdown, we have overtime. And I've been impressed so far with how good the backboard defense has been for both teams, because it's just a mechanical back and forth where double taps are attempted, but because the backboard is so well covered, none of them have managed to come up.
What that does do, though, is leave the floor wide open. And the amount of times we've seen players dribbling each other, getting it past each other, overcommits when the ball is rolling. That seems to be where the danger lies, ironically, for players with such substantial amounts of aerial ability. But Arju's trying to change that now with this peek around the corner past Yukio. Louis wasn't quite reading it, so he has to get a 50-50 versus Ixo instead of the pass that he wanted. Now Ixo can redirect this one. To the ceiling it goes. Matane is trying to prove the backboard is the place to be, but it wasn't good enough. And Yukio, what a finish from him to take game one.
That's such a weird but fantastic save from Matane to clear it away from Tox. But Yukio, with an unbelievable angle, slices that ball across the goal face. And in under 40 seconds, the 7th goal flies in, and Aether take game one.
What a first game that was. I mean, it was normally when these sorts of matches come up where it's players that have played with each other, that have been kicked, you can be a bit nervous, you can have a 0-0 going into the overtime, but this was just a slug match from the off. So many shots raining in there. There were 12 from Aether and 6 from Galaxy Racer. So both teams looking to play on the front foot from the off. I hope that continues in the rest of this series because it was a good watch. Yeah,
that was fantastic. And Gibbs, someone else who's fantastic, he has been explaining the final major spot to my dumb ape brain, and he has whittled it down to a couple of words. Right now, we are sitting with 2 spots left for the major, and either Aether or Galaxy Racer get it. All the other spots are filled up. It comes down to this matchup. If Galaxy Racer doesn't go ahead and win the entire tournament and straight up come first and just win this regional, Aether get it. So if Galaxy Racer comes second, that they don't get the major spot. That will be falling to Aether. Easiest way for Aether to do this, have it in your own hands, be Galaxy Racer here and now.
Or just let them lose to BDS later.
Come on! Unfair.
I don't think that's what Aether will be thinking for a second right now. They'll be wanting to turn the tables. It was said on the desk that Ixo would rather beat his old team than beat BDS later. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but it'll certainly be on his mind, especially as he's approaching this ball. But Tox manages to feed towards him and nearly gets there right at the start of game 2.
It's a great cut-through pass too. It did manage to just get onto the nose of the Galaxy Racer defender. And Ixo sends a shot long. That was the kryptonite earlier on for Galaxy Racer. Tox just above the goal.
Nice.
Yukio, the game-winning scorer from last game, manages to get the first.
And it was after a demo as well from Ixo, sorry. He went searching and he found his man just before Bluey could come in from the side, making it easy for Yukio, who gets his third of the series so far.
Of 95 miles an hour too, because Bluey just managed to get the tip of his nose onto it.
Oh, nice. Always nice to see
goal.
a booming finish. It was. It's a shame it was only half an inch in front of the goal anyway, so it didn't make too much difference, but hopefully a sign of things to come with regards to quick finishes. Yukio up into the corner where Tox is waiting. Tox fakes it. Yukio tries to get the touch along towards the teammate, but Ixo's been taken out by Arju now, so a few demos starting to fly in to really open up this game. Another one there. Tox on Arju.
You mentioned earlier on about the fake plays. They've been so prevalent in North America, and it's something that I've absolutely adored seeing, where that region has been absolutely pioneering that new style of play. Call a fake to your teammate, and the other team has no idea it's coming in. We've seen G2 do it so perfectly time and time again. If that can come across the pond to Europe, I'm very, very happy, because I've adored seeing them pioneer.
Yeah, the clip of Rizzo calling it when he was watching on as his teammates went for it. That was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you gotta love it. Well, let's hope that these comms will be as good, because we still get to see too many wonder goals in this one. One or two decent dribbling plays. Ixo is pre-jumping Tox's pass, but again, it's just met in the air. I'm thinking that passing plays, infield passes, floor plays seem to be the way to go in this one, but still these players are taking to the air.
It's like both of them have absolutely learned that the backboard is going to be pretty much covered the entire time, no matter what you're attempting. So going to the ground is definitely going to be on the menu. Ixo with a very late flick. RG can save away to the corner. Gets the 100 boost and the tip over. Sorry, Yukio coming in as that rolls down, however. Blue in an awkward spot. Matane to clear it away. Good touch from Tox, send it back towards Yukio, who gets up first. Bluey with the clear, but only gets to halfway.
Yeah, Blue was in an awkward spot earlier, but he had 100 boost, and there was nobody challenging from the backboard, so at this level, it's going to be easy for him to see that one away. This one's going to be a little bit tricky, though, for Ixo. Just to see it along, tip it backwards. He's backwards on that goal line again.
Play.
Yeah, that seems to be the way forward. It almost worked for Matane in overtime in game one, and now Ixo is showing him how it should have been done. He's managed to find his way to the other side of the map, one way or another. And then a demo comes in. I didn't know who that was on whom. It was Bluey on Yukio, and now Arju can dribble away. So, unique defense is starting to emerge.
I mean, it shows how hard it is to work any of these players into a corner, because the backwards play, as funny as it looks, is actually very impressive. The fact that the save earlier came in from Matane and Ixo started off his dribble earlier with the backwards play is unbelievable. Great touch from Ixo to clear it away from that top corner, however, as Arju can work his way in onto the backboard again, where Tox is predictably waiting.
Tox has definitely taken the enforcer role for Aether. He is looking for the men in blue and taking them out whenever he possibly can do. Always being a player that is happy to slot in where needed. If his team need him to be aggressive, he will. If he's needing to defend, he will. And he doesn't need to do anything right now, because somehow that's gone in.
Matane did a very strange flip here. I'm just going to head to his camera.
Go on.
Where he just side flip. He just straight up side flips, and that goes bottom corner. There's no reason why that goal should have gone in. Straight up mistake from Matane.
The desperation for Galaxy Racer. They have to win not just this entire tournament for their season to even survive. The pressure does not get any higher than that for them. And maybe they're starting to struggle with that. The weight of it weighing down on their shoulders as they come forward. 2 goals needed in this one. We'll go 2 games down early doors in this best of 7. And now Tox, he is doing great work. He's even getting demos or slowing the ball down right when Galaxy Racer do not want him to. And it is just killing their momentum every time.
Those aggressive turns as well from Galaxy Racer. Look at these touches. They're so quick, they're so fast and over the top of every single defender. I'm absolutely loving seeing that. Bluey with a beautiful touch again with the duel, but the goal line save from Yukio keeps that 2-0 lead on the side of Aether, and now Tox to punish down the other end.
Yukio's already got a couple of goals for himself in this game, and that block there, when you're 2-0 up with 45 seconds left, is pretty much as good as a goal. I thought for sure it was going in, but they remain 2-0 up to Aether. It could be even better now, and it is the hat-trick hero, Yukio. What a game he's had.
It was Blue from that side who had to attempt this save with the positioning, and Matane, despite the fact he removed one of those attackers, not quite enough. Yukio pile drives it home.
There was an absolute roar from Tox after that goal went in. He is really feeling this. You can tell the way he's playing, constantly going for it, desperate to get on that ball as much as he possibly can. From this point forward, Stumpy, it's got to be said, this is Aether's to lose this series, the way they're coming up against Galaxy Racer.
They've looked absolutely unbelievable right now. I mean, it's been pretty good mid-play from both teams, in fairness, but the fact that we have seen this incredibly dominant Aether in this second match makes me very scared for Galaxy Racer going forwards. And Galaxy Racer, bear in mind, even if they win this series, it's not over there. To get to the major, they need to win this tournament. Aether winning here, they are major bound, even if they bow out early in the semis.
I'm thinking a tactical timeout at this point from Galaxy Racer, surely, because they didn't really have a horse in that Game 2 race.
Yeah, I mean, after 2 games as well, I feel like it's a better idea to go for it there than 3 as well. A lot of teams, I think, when they had the option of a tactical timeout, they immediately went in for the, okay, we'll wait till 3 and then we'll try and turn it around. But you'd rather have that 1-game buffer of, like, just in case this doesn't work immediately, you want to just make sure that you've got a little bit of time so you can lose one more game and then you head into a reverse if you need to. Earlier on, it has been done, and it was 2 games in, tactical timeout called, and then the entire series reverses momentum.
It's happened so many times already with this relatively new feature that we have. But it seems to me that all players have readied up. Galaxy Racer desperate to get straight back into it. As you watch these replays, the players are arriving right now in the stadium. Say again? No, me neither. No. Not at all. I think that is... I think that's a mistake from Galaxy Racer because they had no momentum in that second game. Nothing to build upon. It actually ended with Aether looking better again. So a strange one. Let's see if they're correct.
They've got to try and cut down Aether early as they possibly can. Right now, they're coming off big. But what do we know, Cool Carl? Because Matane immediately opens up this scoring. Only 6 seconds in, and it was a fantastic shot from Matane in the midfield. Awkwardly, though, Tox had nobody to support his touch. Wasn't a good touch, don't get me wrong. So what needed to be done better for that first goal on the side of Aether.
Yeah, a return to the Game 1 sloppiness there. But you got to say credit to the goal scorer. He saw the poor touch coming and he won the race to get there. I think it was Yukio he was up against, and if he hadn't have won that, he wouldn't have got the goal. So all credit to the scorer. As Galaxy Racer breathe what must be a bit of a sigh of relief getting that lead.
Yeah, after having 3 unanswered goals, that's not how you want to be going. That's exactly how you want to be going into this third game, because it just gives you that breathing room, and they've still got their tactical timeout in their pocket.
That's very true. And we have had already a reverse sweep in the best of 7s and nearly a reverse sweep between Queso and BS Plus competition. So
fake!
It's a day for them, but Yukio, he is playing unbelievably.
Oh, that is some prime Austrian filth. Look at that. One tap, fakes it, sends, I believe it was Arju, absolutely a fly-in, and can dribble it in bottom corner. Yukio, take a bow.
I don't know why these players are bothering aerialing. This is such a floor-based game right now. Don't even bother. Unbind your jump button. It is not needed. Just wind along the floor. Let's take this thing back to 2015. That's what we need to see right now.
Matane will be going for that air dribble. Not very 2015 of him. You better not get a flip reset. They were not found out until many years later. Yukio to send it long at the goal, and a great touch from Blue to get a corner wood. But Ixo sends it to Tox. He was completely unchallenged, and he has just whipped the final touch.
It's a 2015 meta, mate. That is how we used to shoot back then. I'll have to up that a little bit. Matane's going to take a touch here. He's faking that he has some boost, I think, but Tox doesn't even care. He's going to pinch it. Oh, the ball had the power, but it went straight down, and the ramp took it all off. And now Arju beats his opponent to the ball there. Ixo's waiting at the near post, and then Arju does Ixo's job for him and just says, no, ball, you stay.
I love seeing the intention of a pinch and then it absolutely failing, because I've done that so many times in ranked where I literally call pinching and then I just flop into the ball, that everybody loses momentum. Conservation of energy does not apply in those pinches, and it's always so funny to see players flop away from them, because you know that Arju had his name up in lights for assist of the century.
A floppy pinch. I propose we call it a flop pinch.
Okay, not a flinch.
Not to be confused with a floor pinch.
I do not like how you've done that. For me, a man that slurs regularly.
Yukio is going to slow this one down. He slows regularly with the ball. Ixo now towards Yukio. Can he get another one? Off to the double tap, maybe. Bluey was up nice and fast, and Tox is just waiting, making sure the counter-attack cannot be completed by Galaxy Racer.
A lot of disruptions attempting to happen for Aether on their own teammates, apparently, as Tox does get in the way of Ixo.
But one thing that normally impresses me so much about Galaxy Racer, I'll carry on if this is a goal, actually. Okay, I'll get back to that thought in a second, because Matane has turned it on its head again.
It was Tox to the sidewall, an inadvertent setup, but he didn't quite get that touch either. He was at full extension, not quite enough boost to reach it, or enough speed even. And Matane will be able to secure that double. Great read from Matane, because what we do see quite regularly is players go up for, say, a double tap, but then they don't fully commit to the opponent missing it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're not reading the opponent missing it, then why are you up in the first place? You have to pretend to go up and act as if the opponent isn't even there, because otherwise you may as well just be rotating back. So great play from Matane to have that vision.
A fine line between gambling on them missing it and just wasting your boost.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get it wrong. On that point, they got it absolutely right. Galaxy Racer have their lead. And what I was going to say, Stumpy, was that one thing normally I love so much about Galaxy Racer is they keep so much space between each of the three players on the pitch. So rarely do they get in each other's way. And until they had the lead there, they were starting to look a little bit cramped on the pitch. They weren't quite sure whose ball it was to go for. There were three of them planted on the floor as Aether would come forward. It just wasn't quite working. Hopefully that goal has shaken that out of them.
That was fantastic defense from Matane too. RG tried to fake low on that flip reset. But yeah, Matane a second ago just got an amazing save. Really get an amazing flip reset here. Wave dashes into the ball down on the floor to send it quickly out the backside. But instead, Yukio will be able to catch it. RG to the backboard, previously defended, and yet again, Tox is there. And until about 30 seconds ago, two players on Aether were looking very lackluster. Tox and Ixo, neither had over 100 points. They were not contributing whatsoever. Still very even ultimately in this game, but that slightly for Galaxy Racer will need more from Aether to bring it back level.
This one nervy. Game 3 in a best of 7. How important can it be? Yukio has beaten Arju to the ball there. Can't quite get the second touch. Bluey was tracking Yukio all the way and took a great first touch into the corner. But it was blocked, and now Bluey can come into the backboard. He's got this, isn't he? Oh, what a save, though! And then Tox cleans up the rest before Arju came in. That was so close from Bluey.
Beautiful pre-flip from him as well, just to get himself on the edge of that ball. But Arju sending along to the backboard. Bluey again, up for the double, above the crossbar. Cleared away into the corner. Yukio will tap it to Ixo too, sends it long at the net, but Matane had the vision to stay back. You don't need to send three men, onto the attack if you have got one goal up. But instead, Tox will continue to shoot. Great demo on the goal line from Ixo onto Arju. And Matane continues to attack up. He does. And look at the possession play now. It's going to see Aether needing to get a goal in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, but their touches are slow. They haven't got too much purpose. That one was better from Yukio towards Ixo. They're sent to the corner. There's another double commit there from Galaxy Racer. Yukio's up. Yukio could well score here, but Arju gets in the way. One more chance maybe, but Tox sends that one back and asks an impossible question of Ixo. He's baked out at the end brilliantly. And Galaxy Racer do take game 3.
Nobody being swept here today. Galaxy Racer fighting back and will not give Aether that series point. And we were saying in the green room earlier on, it's quite sunny today. It's a lovely day. I really like the fact that it's lovely weather in Europe, quite frankly. I'm having a great time. Did you see the player cams and how dark the rooms were that they were playing in? I'm honestly livid. No one knows how to turn a light on in any of these players' rooms. Look next time there's player cams up. 2 of the 3 players on Galaxy Racer just haven't invested in a light bulb.
Because all they invest in is Rocket League training packs, all right, mate? Because they're that good at the game.
They're free.
Galaxy Racer don't need light. They need goals, and they got them in that game. The thing is, I spent the whole time you were saying that thinking, where's Stumpy going with this? How is he going to make this negative? And it was having a go at them for not having a light on. So,
look at the next time their cameras are up. They are playing in absolute darkness. Enjoy the sun, lads. Or win the tournament, then enjoy the sun. Look on the left! Bluey, I respect your open window, son. Good lad.
Matane is hiding behind his name as well. So he's hiding in the dark behind his own name.
I'm livid. Livid. The blackout curtain salesmen they've gone 2 for 1 on that deal, I'm sure.
Well, let's begin to talk about this series yet again, because Galaxy Racer towards the end of game 3. Bluey, where are you off to? I respect that Bluey tried to own goal that before Tox came in, because he knew that it was definitely going to be a goal.
The own dish is rare, and he attempted to go for it. He did flip away because Matane evidently called it, but Tox, with the speed, can get it into the back of the net, and not a great touch, but we have seen goals every single time for both teams, I believe, so decent chances already.
Tox's first of the series as well, so he'll be feeling good. And Yukio almost manages to close down Arju faster than he expected to double up the Aether lead early doors. A better game for them. Tox towards the backboard. He's going to spray this one out wide towards Ixo. Does he have any boost? He doesn't, so he turns away from it, leaving Arju in. He's got two players right at the back. Wants to find one of them. It's Blue. He should be able to read this double tap, but Yukio can read it too from the harder angle. Good defending there from Aether, but Galaxy Racer having a sniff.
Matane maintaining so much possession there with very little boost, just faked it to go high. Instead could only end up going low. Yukio with a very long shot. Matane again playing goalkeeper, but Tox tries to take advantage of that open net. And Ixo, I thought, from the inside of the goal mouth, could tip it back inwards.
Kronovi scored a goal like that once upon a time. I've got no idea what season it was anymore, but it has been done. Anyway, down the other end, here's Arju, a clean finish, and another equaliser for Galaxy Racer.
I'm going to say season 8 for that goal, potentially, but it was a double tap this time for Arju, a place that has typically been very, very well defended. That backboard for Aether, but taking advantage of that does manage to be Arju. And Ixo right now, minute and 15 seconds in on 4 points for Aether. He's touched the ball twice.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on how many times has Ixo touched the ball. Watch. Ooh. 3!
Yes.
Burnley
Nice.
has 2 points because he hit it within 0.2 seconds.
I believe it does.
Hitting
He's on 8 points now, so he's stuck in a cheeky one as well, the little scamp.
Oh, good lad. Proud of him. His team are going to have to do more than just be equal, though. And Galaxy Racer are coming back. They're looking good. They're getting some space going on. They're teeing each other up for these pre-jumps and these double taps. And suddenly, as well as that, the Aether backboard looks so much more vulnerable than it ever did before.
Yeah, I mean, suddenly there's holes opening up again. Arju pinging it backboardward. Matane isn't able to get that touch, however, and so Yukio will be able to dribble it down the other side. Good defense from Matane. Ixo with a fantastic touch just from that wave dash. Now Tox, low on boost. We'll leave it over towards Ixo. Bluey to not quite beat out Yukio. Can send it towards that right side as well. I thought that was going to be a center touch, and as did the Galaxy Racer defender. Matane with a little bit of time now and the 100 boost. What is he able to do?
The backboard is looking pretty tempting, but instead he goes for the near post where Tox and Yukio both fancy it. Arju doesn't get a flop pinch. He gets a good pinch. Round the world it goes. But sadly for him, it goes all the way back. Taylor's another go. Arju's in the center. He can choose to go solo as well. Galaxy Racer love to go solo when they get the chance to. And they are just getting more clean touches in their opponent's half now as well. I feel like the Aether defense has slowed down too. There's a lot that's happening for Galaxy Racer that wasn't working before.
Yeah, Galaxy Racer, I think, have started to open up those holes themselves as well. They're not even just relying on the fact that Aether aren't quite defending as well as they used to. They're going for a lot of initiative here, and Arju, as he had his flip, still tried to remove Tox from the play. Isn't able to. Instead, Ixo and Yukio will be pinching it towards the left side of the pitch. Arju sends it to the right. Bluey, so much space to rotate.
Yeah, look at him. Look what he can do. He can find Arju in the center. Yukio and Tox, both of them up again. We've seen that a few times involving Tox, these double commits from Aether. No good at all because they're wasting boost and they're wasting time and they're wasting good positioning as well. However, he has managed to find his way out. There's a snapshot there from Tox. That would have been completely out of nothing if it had gone in. Matane stands tall.
Still staying in the midfield. Arju will send it into that back corner. Yukio with a send, sorry, Ixo with a send long. Bluey onto the undefended backboard. Yukio has to stretch across. Earlier on, he would have been in prime position to clear that away, or at least somebody would have been. So again, being utterly exploited is that backboard. Arju will be getting that fantastic touch nice and high. Minute left, we stay completely dead even.
Yeah, that was great backboard defending there from Bluey as well. He saw that the pass was coming in across the angle. And he was already up there for it. That's harder now for Arju. If somebody for Aether was coming in, it could have been a goal. Maybe could have been curtains on this game with only 50 seconds left, but he's done enough. Matane the same again. He's only finding Aether. Oh, Yukio is there, sorry. I thought for a second he wasn't, and that one was bundling its way in.
I mean, Yukio had every right there to presume the 50 would go relatively neutral and just head back into his own goal. And Ixo shot saved away. Arju manages to be the saviour for about a second, but Tox comes in, scores his second goal, puts Aether ahead and potentially on series point.
Yeah, I think that they've been the worst team in this game, have Aether, but they've managed to get more goals than their opponents, which is all you can possibly ask for, so they won't mind at all. What I'm thinking, all they'll be thinking is, can we hold for 30 more seconds and give ourselves 3 match points?
Bluey, a weak touch, and Ixo will take advantage of that. With 7 boost, he finds it central. Leaf still has his flip, will wave dash to clear himself away faster. Yukio trying to attempt the block, but Bluey finds Matane, finds himself, finds that back wall, and the pinch on the other side will go nicely for Tox. He just stopped still, just in case there was that unbelievable miss.
Here we go.
Chance to go solo.
Here we go, though. Oh, well blocked down from Ixo. Knows the danger of his former teammates. Bluey comes in again, and it's killed. That was a moment of such danger. And look at the reactions there. Ixo going absolutely crazy after that win. This is where the belief comes in for Aether.
I mean, this is Ixo going up against the team that replaced him with Bluey.
Wants it so
There
much.
is so much on the line for him. Not only will this completely get rid of Galaxy Racer, they will no longer be in this regional, of course. They will no longer be in that major contention. This will be revenge against his old team, and it will put Aether in the major. That will give them double points. That may be a path forwards, even with even more money on the line too. This next game is a decider for so many factors.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for this call of there being a tactical timeout. Mitane hasn't readied up yet. Now he has now.
Surely
so
you
again,
take the timeout now.
Galaxy Racer want to get on with it, mate. They want to jump onto Wasteland. They want to keep this series rolling. Fair play to them. The last time we called them out for not taking one, did they win or lose?
They won.
They won, exactly. So, you know, apologize.
Sorry, cool Carl. I just feel like there should have been a tactical timeout call for Galaxy Racer. Remove the momentum. I don't know. These guys that have done any practice, they know what they're about, but I can't help but think that maybe it'll be Captain Hindsight in the end. I don't know. Instead, all we know is Ixo with those revenge calls shouting down this match himself and Tox wanting this win an unbelievable amount.
I think that Yukio's his mic setup is broken or something because they're trying to shout loud enough to reach him. It's the only explanation of why they are going for it so much. They'll be getting noise complaints, but they don't care. Look at them. Ah! I'm getting into this. This is great.
And Yukio with a nice little, let's go.
Yeah.
Which I respect. This is just an amazing start. This is the Cinderella story for Aether right now. Forming right before this regional, before the previous regional, sorry, and looking amazing. Right before spring, these guys came out of nowhere. They are potentially a major bound, and with 2 goals in this game, 2 games ahead as well, it is almost inconceivable the odds these guys have overcome.
It's a long way back for Galaxy Racer in the context of their tournament, but also in the context of this series, and also actually in the context of this game. Facing so many uphill battles, one after the other. All they can do is begin it right now by defending this touch from Tox, which Arju has done, to Yukio to put it into the center where Mitane was waiting. Decent defending on that occasion from Galaxy Racer. How's Bluey's pass? It's good. The shot's wide, but Arju's coming in to keep it going.
There's still so much fight for Galaxy Racer as Tox sends it high across, and Mitane can pick up that 100 boost and then form a solo play. He eats it straight to that sidewall. Mitane sees him, will end up going low, but now with 0 boost, can he flick it goalwards? He does manage to. He got so far down the pitch. His shot at the end was lackluster, but Galaxy Racer still pushing hard.
Tox again double committing. Young man, you need to stop that. I know you're hyped up, but there's way too often that 2 Aether players going for the same ball, and at some point, surely it's going to be punished. Galaxy Racer, here's Arju with a good touch. Mitane's coming in. Arju's going to be able to get it again, though, but he couldn't quite connect with the attempted pass off the backboard. And then Bluey going in for that Mitane touch isn't good either because Bluey has to chase his way back. That was almost a disaster there for Galaxy Racer.
Arju from the backboard into that corner, can get the pinch wide as well, but look at Ixo's positioning back on that side wall. Forces Arju to take the early touch, which is not what he wanted whatsoever. Onto the ceiling is Yukio. Touched it down for Tox. Great management there because that was not the touch that Yukio wanted, yet he dealt with it. Tox was a great supporting character.
Brilliant there from Bluey just to be able to get himself a little bit of freedom, and we're seeing now that Aether, the game management is coming up. They're defending a little bit more deeply. Always happy to defend. They've done it for minutes at a time and overtimes. If anybody did see their series against Dignitas, 8 minutes of pure defense. If there is one team you do not want to have to get 2 goals against, this is that team in the team in orange.
Ixo with a touch of revenge on RG there as well. Leaves Mitane to go for a dribble down the other side. Has his flip though. Tox can cut up in the corner. That boost on the side does get stolen away. Tox with that rapid wave dash on the wall too. Very rarely used in competitive. I love seeing him use that because that got him enough speed to continue the challenge further down. Yeah,
brilliant play from him. You can see the confidence coursing through the Aether veins. They will be so comfortable right now. Galaxy Racer have to penetrate this bubble somehow. Look at impossible, especially when the transitions are that good. And look at Ixo just swallow up a few more seconds. The boom must have been tempting. Instead, he takes a touch just to really tempt Galaxy Racer towards him. Yukio's hit is closed down by Bluey well. Can Metain get anywhere near this one? He can't. He can't go too close because a third goal would really kill this one. A horrible position for Galaxy Racer.
Ixo first with his flip as well. Will he flip to go and try and get that block? Realizes Bluey is to that first, so instead of staying up, we'll end up rotating back nicely. Yukio grabbing that mid boost. Leaves the touch for Tox, I believe that ended up being. And it was just trusting the Galaxy Racer weren't going to be getting the offensive play that they aimed for as well. Good touch from Bluey. Sends it. Tox Woods. Arju, low. Metain to receive. Tox to block.
Yeah, it was a great read there from Bluey, though. He saw when the transition was going, scooped his way in front of it and asked a real serious question of Tox, but credit to Tox. Pressure's on him there, all of his teammates watching. He got what needs to be done, but the backboard continues to be aimed at by Galaxy Racer. There's a miss, though, there from Arju. Yukio is trying to make the most of it, but couldn't get there. Arju's boostless. He has got an extra touch towards Metain, but Tox, again, getting in the way. One or two double commits I've criticized him for, but his interplay, breaking the ball up from Tox has been brilliant.
Time to panic now. Galaxy Racer need 2 goals, 1 minute. So far, they've only had 2 shots on net. That is how pent back that this defense has kept them.
Here's the third.
Metain with a gorgeous touch over the defense, halves the lead.
You can just see it coming here. This first touch was good, and then bullying Ixo out the way, and then having maybe a little nudge on Yukio as well. Ixo still deep in conversation with his teammates, rallying the troops, making sure that no concentration is lost for the next 49 seconds.
Ixo and Tox are just talking so frequently as well. They want to make sure that this is shut out before regulation. No goal for Galaxy Racer is all that Aether care about at the moment.
Bluey sends it as long as he possibly can do. Then he wins the next one as well. Who's up for him? It's Yukio, who punches it back as much as he can. Galaxy Race, they need some boost here because they're a little bit starved. That's better, though, from Metain.
Need a little bit of boost, a little bit of intuition. Some initiative will go so far in this game as Arju rotates background, takes his time, goes up to the solo play, but to the backboard where Ixo is waiting. A wasted opportunity as Arju needs to be clutch.
You would not expect that from Galaxy Racer in a million years. This is where it has to happen. Metain over the top. Arju shoots. Arju scores with 6 seconds left. It seemed like it was all over, but it's not quite yet.
In the second 2 shots they took in this game, from 2 to 4, they get 2 goals. They needed 100% of the shots they took to go in, and they have done it. Will overtime fall on Wasteland?
You wouldn't bet against something else happening here in these next few seconds. Tox, it could finish here. Here's Ixo, and it's wide. Galaxy Racer survive for at least 1 more overtime.
This is going to be so much on the line. Aether needing the win here. They score major, they score semis, and they are so utterly aware of it. Will Metain be able to clear out from the corner? He does so, but Tox is waiting. The edge will high, though, from Metain. Needed it.
Yeah, that's brilliant from Metain. Those extra couple of touches over the top just to get themselves something. Bluey's got boost. He tries to tempt Tox in. The 50-50 from Tox is a good one. Now Arju goes solo up against Yukio, pre-jumping every time our Aether, knowing what Galaxy Racer are capable of when they take to the air. There's a pass to the center here, but it's blocked again by Tox, causing so much mischief. Galaxy Racer can't bring the ball forward right now.
It's now Aether, though, just looking a little bit more pent back, as Galaxy Racer have got that full momentum. Ixo pops it out to the side. Tox with a shot on there, just asks questions, and it's a complete miss from Arju. If that was on target, that's game over.
So close, but they're going to come again now. Here's Tox. He's demoed by Bluey. I thought it was the other way around, but I think Bluey got a wave dash to generate some pace, and there's a miss in the air. A few different misses coming in from various players, showcasing this pressure. But we live on overtime.
Metain to the backboard, previously defended, and yet again it will be as Ixo slopes across to clear it away. Bluey on the way back to his own net, finds Tox, who finds that ball just glancing so tantalizingly in front of the blue goal mouth.
Arju has got more boost than anybody thinks. Bluey's out of it, but still manages to get a hit towards the backboard there. Metain round the corner. Ixo reads it. Yukio's trying to help out Ixo. There for the cheat as the second man, depending on where this 50-50 goes. It's up in the air for Arju. Metain's coming in. He can shoot here. He can score here. But Tox, again, closes him down.
Yukio hunkering up there for a long play. He deliberately doesn't challenge, tries to go for that back boost. Ixo goes low, finds Arju past the first defender. As Yukio misses, this ball will still maintain in that blue half. Metain to clear it away, however. Has a little bit of time, does Arju. Can he get around one? Tries to get around the second. In comes Bluey, but there, he only meets his rival.
This is an awkward roll. Yukio needs to beat Matane. He hasn't done the ceiling pass. Ixo and Tox both going for that bull. Desperation in the Aether defense. Arju fakes out Ixo. To the corner it goes. Bluey gets another touch. So many clean touches right now for Galaxy Racer. Matane shoots. Matane is going to finish it. And Matane is going to keep Galaxy Racer in it.
Ixo head in hands. Cannot believe that has slipped. And over on the Galaxy Racer cams, they are calmer. They know that there is still time to win this series. But that is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, and we are finally having the first tactical timeout of the series. And of course, it's going the way of the team in orange. After that devastating game loss, Aether have taken a tactical timeout.
First one, and it is needed. What a time to be taking this. Snazky back on the mainstream. Good friend of ours, good man. We asked him about the name as well, Aether or Ether. He literally said, I don't care. So good on him. I like a man that's got principles.
Absolutely.
Aether here does need to get their head back in the game because that was so close. 2 goals up. There were only 2 shots on their net from Galaxy Racer. And then they were so clutch with 6 seconds left. It was nothing but calm, controlled, accurate play to bring it to overtime.
So much respect for Matane as well. That double tap that he got, more of an edge dribble than a double tap that he got, with a few seconds left, just opening up Aether when they needed it, when all hope seemed lost. He was the key player in that one for Galaxy Racer, and I can't overstate enough how well Galaxy Racer had to do to get back into that series, because Aether, they can defend for minutes at a time against the best attacks in the game, in EU, but Galaxy Racer managed to break through them not once but twice. That's going to give them such a buzz going forwards.
Yeah, Galaxy Racer had so much fight left in them, and you could tell as soon as that first goal went in, it sort of softly felt like a matter of time before the second, but I've got so much respect that they kept pushing. Aether here, though, it's a matter of taking a step back, I feel, where, look, guys, we lost that one. We were so close. Play this next game how you played that first one, because it was 2 early goals that managed to secure their dominant lead until the final minute.
There's also the question of whether or not Aether were a little bit overhyped. I mean, you want to see players living and breathing every moment, but they have to keep control. Perhaps the amount of adrenaline that was coursing through their veins just made them go for a ball they otherwise wouldn't have, or they'd forget to make a call that normally they would. Mistakes can come in. You can try to be too speedy, and perhaps that was another way that their normally impenetrable defense got breached a couple of times.
But now we go to Neo Tokyo. It is a map that has broken teams. It has sent them home. And it is all of the hope right now riding on Aether that they will be able to shut it out here and now. A reminder for the stakes, if Aether win this match and therefore the series, they will be going through to the major, to the semis, and Ixo starts them off with fire.
I think the tactical timeout was exactly what they needed. A little bit more controlled in attack here. Ixo, I feel, towards the end of that last game would have been like just a little bit further forwards for that one if his team needed a goal. You know, they started to play a little bit desperately because they had so much hype. So that's much better after taking the 1 minute to calm down.
But then did you see the player cams where it's then Tox and Ixo straight back into the...
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see it there. So they're right back on it, aren't they?
It's very deja vu. Early goal, double hype.
Oh, no. Okay, well, fair enough then. I take back everything I've said. They're going to keep trying to play as quickly as possible as Galaxy Racer come forward.
I mean, honestly, they need to, because that's how they won last time. And I like the fact that they have carried on with that winning formula. It's a shame that the game that they did manage to lose in was one where it was just won out in the end by Galaxy Racer. Fantastic play from them. Do not count them out until it comes down to the final moment.
Yeah, we've also seen Yukio. He had such a blistering start to this series. He's quietened down a little bit in recent times as well. It's pretty much been the talk show, I would say, with regards to, well, pretty much all over the pitch. He is in full bull chase mode, doing it fantastically as well. But I just want to see them find Yukio a bit more.
I mean, Tog started off very slow in this series, so I mean, the fact that he's come back in might just force Yukio into that lower position down at the back, but Ixo trying to get the shot from the corner, won't quite be able to, and so Matane guide it around that left wall. Central is Arju with the shot on net too. Tapped high from Ixo, very clutch save.
Those are so easy to misjudge when you're coming from the side. Brilliant, good save there from Ixo. Did what needed to be done, and also managed to get enough height on the ball to send it to some sort of safety. Galaxy Racer is still continuing the same attack they were on earlier, which came from that clearance, so it's not been perfect until Ixo gets that touch. Might get a second one as well. Bluey gets a hit on it. The ball could be going anywhere. Matane can't believe his luck to edgeable that one away cleanly.
And just stays on it for so long as well. Uses almost his entire tank of boost to get it away. Tox tries to go for the long shot, but Bluey wise to it. As he's low on boost, he was heading back to that corner 100 regardless. Yukio, though, will steal that other boost. Bluey over the top of one, over the top of two. Can he get it into the goal?
Almost. Yukio nips in. Tox shepherded the ball player away. And then Yukio did the rest, and he continued to do so as well. Tries to fake out Matane. Good play from him, slowing it down. Exactly what his team need, and faking out Bluey as well. Now it's Galaxy Racer that are chasing shadows and chucking themselves at the ball more than they should do. This one's maybe over to Arju. It is. Bluey manages to dribble it away. Yukio had retreated.
I mean, Bluey didn't read that whatsoever, but he didn't need to. That was not on him to get it. We need to see Galaxy Racer staying as calm and composed as they were. With 6 seconds left, they got a goal. They've got 2 minutes 20 here. They need to get back to that mindset.
Yukio rushed at that one a little bit, but Bluey's flick is only as far as Ixo, so it worked out well for him in the end. Perhaps that was the plan. Matane is teed up, but Tox reads it, and we'll get the second touch as well into the center. There's no one there for Aether. They definitely have fallen back again. So now I'm starting to change my mind and think they're going back a little bit too much. I do want to see Aether push for the second goal, because Galaxy Racer are always good for at least one per game.
Fantastic fake from Yukio. Maybe just called off it by Tox, but it certainly confused the attacking defender. No, Yukio will send it onto that sidewall. Bluey towards Arju again. These two players linking up time and time again. But Arju, going on his original trajectory, will get the touch regardless, and so the pressure remains.
Oh, great fake from Ixo. Matane gets across into the center, but it's not going to be too much good for Galaxy Racer with time beginning to dwindle. 90 seconds left. Arju can connect with this one and do something, but he's not able to. Tox is nipped in. Bluey should be able to see it away. That was so close, and Tox doesn't even get the boost steal for it. From 100 to 0 in a second for Tox, but his team still have the lead.
It's been a terrific attack so far for either team. Whenever they've had chances, they've certainly been taking them. It's been that defense at the back that has typically been solid. Ixo, though, will be flipping away from that ball. Will he try and go for a bump? Attempts it, but instead leaves Bluey open for the flip reset. Goes for the counterplay, tips it over two, and Ixo from his own box gets it clear.
Yeah, that was a great read there from Ixo. I thought Bluey was coming in, but it was a speedy touch there from the crossbar. So hard to read, and he's done brilliantly. Has the goal scorer. Bluey's going to come forward again, though. To the ceiling he goes. Sets himself up. Ixo closes him down. Desperate to win this game right here, right now. They can sense that it's in their hands yet again. They messed it up last time. The Galaxy Racer will be able to force him to do so again. Arju's going to take a touch. Tox is there closing him down. Arju does manage to get it away. 30 seconds remaining. Easily enough time for Galaxy Racer to get back into this one.
It's time to clutch or kick, and we are going to be seeing which one of those options it is. Last time it was clutch, and Arju is hoping to start that off. Picks up the corner 100. Tox, though, with a great challenge. Only finds Matane on the halfway line. Ixo and Yukio both committing the final 10 seconds. This is Galaxy Racer's tournament and major chances on the line.
But they can do this. Bluey has a chance for an air dribble. Oh, he didn't know the bump was coming in, though. Bluey could have done so much more with that than he did. But Aether see it away. Look at them go. They are so proud of themselves. Their throats hurt. They've been screaming, but they've won.
An absolutely monumental victory there for Aether. Taking the series with style, with confidence, didn't even take it to 7. The series ends in 6 games. I said at the start, Neo Tokyo can make or break teams. That was the breaking point for Galaxy Racer. Could not find the back of the net once in that game, and Aether looking brilliant in the semis.
So your second semi-finalists, Aether and BS Plus competition. Who saw that coming? Hands up who predicted this, either at the start of the day or at the start of the whole competition. Two teams. Really? Wow.
We literally did. This is our bracket.
Have we nailed this?
We have got, on our pre-show, we said Guild would win, BDS would win, BS Competition would win. Guys, you're so welcome for that call, by the way. And Aether would win. Thank you, Johnny Boy, for predicting that bad boy. Our semi-finals are how we expected them to go. This is RLCS in the Regional 3, and it is so topsy-turvy, it's so upside down, and I am here for it.
So now all we need is Gil to 4-0 BDS in the other semi-finals, because I believe that was also our prediction. Come back in a few minutes to see if that happens. It's all amazing. We're back soon.